Hello everybody, me Chris at Pro Am for our usual Friday chat. Today, a little twist on what we do. I'm going to show you two of my pro fighters training, and I'm going to explain to you what they use and why they use it as well. So first of all, if you look at the video, the first one I'm going to show you, obviously they're warming up, doing a bit of shadow in the ring. Before this they'll probably do a 10-minute skip to get the sweat going. Now they're doing a little bit of shadow in the ring, as in this one here. And then you'll see them. What we're actually doing today is a body spar, no head spar. Two reasons I do this is the great Brendan Indle used to only let his boxers body spar because he didn't like the brain damage things cause. And as a trainer who likes to be safe and keep me boxers healthy, I don't have them sparring every day. We always do a comparison with American fighters. In America, everyone spars every day. They're all full on, no holds barred, hard sparring all the time. And then we see boxers who have had long careers, not just Americans, I'm just saying this for comparison. They've had long careers, they've had maybe 50, 60 contests or less. And when you hear them speak on retirement, you can see the CTE it's caused. It's not down to the actual competition and boxing with small 8-ounce or 10-ounce gloves. It's the constant sparring every day. Most pro fighters are going to fight maximum, if they're really lucky, 6 times a year. A lot of them, when they get to the highest level, once or twice a year. So you can't blame 20 odd rounds a year in competition is causing brain damage. It's that constant wear and tear in the gym every day. So, going back to what I'm saying, we do body sparring. Now, neither of these two boxers, they're both welter, 147 pound fighters, or 67 kilo if you like. They're both extremely fit and ready, as they are. They're both teammates, they're both good friends, and what they're doing, they're learning off each other. And the idea was, as you can see, is to land good body shots with feints, making your opponent move first or punching with them. That's what we were trying to do on this film here. Also using the equipment as well that you'd use. Now obviously they're not going to use 8 or 10 ounce gloves. In championships these two guys will be fighting in 8-ounce gloves. Obviously, if they're on a non-championship bout and it's a couple of pounds heavier, they'd be using 10s because they're on the limit of the different sizes of gloves. So they're both using a good, well-padded 14-ounce sparring glove, both of them. Now, Andy K, he's using these, which is our club glove. He likes these gloves. It's all personal preference. They're a multi-layer foam, as you know. In fact, I think he's using the exact same colour. Oggy, he's using these. He likes these to protect his hands. Both of them are heavy-handed punches, to be fair. Now these are, as you can see, they're a lot bigger and thicker, even though they're both 14 ounce. This is the 4-layer, this is the 3-layer. So obviously, throwing body shots, with the bigger gloves you've got more protection, so it's harder to get them on perfect target. What we're trying to achieve is the little sweet spot on the liver here, or the floating rib. That's number one sweet spot. Number two, obviously the solar plexus, which is a bit more difficult, but they're the two shots. But anywhere in the body area above the belt is what we're trying to get. Now obviously they're all wearing, or they're both wearing, our Pro Abdominal guard, low blow. Now these are very light, as you know. We don't have a lot of weight in. They are leather, a good quality cowhide. 2 grades. There's more of a sticky one inside than there is on the outside. And I'll just explain to you. We've always done one slightly deeper. Let me show you this here. If you see the difference in the actual, it's not that much, but these are both for size medium, and you can see Ours comes up a little bit higher. Now, it doesn't mean you can't wear these for competition. Always the referee will say this is low, this is high, etc. You know, through the waistband on the shorts. But we've made them this size for at least 25 years now. A lot of the older boxers from when I was first training the professionals, they preferred this size, not just for sparring, for competition as well. Maybe a little bit of a cheat, you don't know. In my day, there was none of this. It was just a small band like a belt to there, not much thicker than that, and they were bloody uncomfortable, and they didn't do much anyway. The idea of an abdominal guard as well is that you've got this here to protect the side of your thigh and your hip. This is the box in here, but this is the most important part, this here, because it's protecting your internal organs. No matter what you've got on and you get hit there, it's going to hurt, and it takes a long time to recover from. Anybody who's had a kick in the crown jewels will know, no matter what you've got on, it's still going to hurt you. It's not about protecting this. This is why I have that bugbear where a lot of amateur coaches give the kids a cricket box. That's for cricket, not for boxing. I'll just show you. An amateur boxing, this is a kid's size obviously. You see, you've got the box with a little 2 frozen peas and a crinkle cut chip, whatever they've got in there. But above you've got your bladder, etc. And this is what you're protecting. So those amateur coaches who give them poor kids a cricket box, they're not doing them any favours. So this is an amateur one. What we used to wear before, these full ones when it first came out, you know, a lot of American and South American companies, Mexican companies, come up with this bigger version for more protection. They were just similar thing to this, but they came round a little bit what we had before, and not great, but it is what it is. Things move on and get better protection. Obviously some come further around the kidneys, because if you get it in the kidneys it ain't no fun, it can do you a lot of harm. Also, I will say, a lot of people like this on the back with the lace up. It's adjustable, it's a bit elastic, stretches. We've done that and a Velcro. In fact, yeah, we've done them like this as well. Either or, whatever you prefer. Some people prefer the elastic and the lace, some people prefer the Velcro. We generally do both. You know, we're always trying to keep people happy. I think the last ones we had with the Velcro were made in our Mexico factory, Campeon, as you know. A lot of the female ones of ours come with that as well. They don't come with the lace up. I don't know, just something preferable. Anyway, back to the equipment. The reason, obviously my boxers use our equipment, they get it sponsored to them. They have other equipment as well, but they tend to prefer ours anyway once they get used to it. I can say Andy K, he has he's got a winning protector he uses sometimes. Somebody gave him some Empire gloves he uses on the bag sometimes, but he does prefer our protector, and he definitely prefers our gloves. Like I say, Andy uses these quite a lot. This is his favourite glove. He uses a pair of our fight gloves on the bag, Undisputed FF10s he uses as bag gloves, where Oggy spars in these. He prefers our hybrid glove, so he's going to get the hybrid glove next time. And he uses a 12-ounce pair of the club lace-ups for his bags and pads. Now obviously they weren't wearing head guards today, they both have this model head guard. They swear by it, they won't have anything else. That's what they use. They don't have to wear head guards because they trust each other, they know each other's moves and stuff, so doing a body spar, there's no danger of them clashing heads or getting cut really, or they can get close, but you know, there's no, I trust them and they trust each other, so only when they're doing full spars. Now obviously the reason they're not doing full sparring at the minute, they normally do it twice a week. They'll do One day they'll do what we call tech spar, where there's no full power or anything like that, and one day leading up to fights only, where they'll do an open spar. So that's another thing as well. That's totally different. I'll bring you films of them sparring when we actually get to that level. Andy is not allowed to at the minute. He's got those of you who know us, you know, he's passed his brain scan, he's passed his medical for this year, and he has to have a neuropsychologist test next week, which is another thing that the board have brought out lately just to cover themselves. So the best thing is, with any brain tests and scans, no head sparring leading up to that. They say a minimum of 4 days. I'd leave it until he's had the thing totally, you know, so he's had a couple of weeks. There's no danger of him failing anything that way. We've got enough problems without showing things up like that. So when other people come to spar, we can film it sometimes, but it's up to them whether we're allowed to put it on the YouTube channel, because sometimes sparring's kept in-house. You don't tell people tales or anything like that. We're all friends. Now when other people come, a lot of them will either have winning or rival gear generally. Not seen anybody wear much else. Obviously a lot of the lads will use this RS100 equipment. Like I say, it's a little bit smaller and more compact than ours, and it's microfiber, not leather. Same with the head guard. I'm not too sure. It's lace up at the back, etc., but I don't think it's as protective as that one. So yeah, you know, other people come, they can wear what they choose, we don't care, as long as it's protective, it's the right weight category. Obviously when they spar other people, the 16-ounce gloves, there's no ifs, buts or arguing. Everybody wears 16-ounce gloves unless they're heavyweights. Our heavyweight, he wears 18s, 20s, and there's no argument with that either. It's all about being safe in the gym, and that, again, that's why we'll use this and the gloves all the time. I know what they're doing. Obviously even when they're training, we have the glove tape as well. Now we always use Kong, as you know. Quick plug for my friend Paul. Kong tape is the best tape you can buy, be it for the bandages or for the gloves. This is the waterproof one that goes on the outside of the laces. We use it in competition, and we use it in the gym every day as well. It's brilliant. We sell it here too. So there you have it. You've got a couple of little clips of me boys doing body spar and a warm up. What they generally do when they come in the gym, obviously they'll get changed, they'll do a 10-minute skip warm up, then we'll go do, depending on what part of camp they're on an average day, we'll do 4 rounds shadow, then we'll do technique and pad work, then maybe a bit of bar bag, and then bag work and groundwork as well, a bit of circuit training and whatever. That's an average day's an average day's training in the gym. Obviously they do other things as well. They go out running in the morning, we do sprint work, we do swimming, saunas and steam as well. The full-time professional boxers, so that's the kind of thing that they do on a day. But like I say, we'll bring more to you as we can, but it will only strictly be my pro lads in my gym, unless other lads who come from other camps or stables, as you like to be called, if they give our permission, we'll show you those as well. Anyway, there you go. I was going to say the differences in what they're going to wear. Obviously, you've seen the rival stuff. Now, with the rival gloves, I'm not a fan of the RS100 gloves. They're too hard. So they're Guerrero gloves. Although they're harder than ours, they're a nice level glove. I don't mind people coming sparring our lads in them. I'm not over keen. I mean, they're a bit like a hybrid glove. They are a hybrid glove. They're like a hybrid glove. So yeah, fair enough. They can come and spar in those. They could come and spar in winning gloves. They're nice and protective. There's certain brands of gloves I'll not allow in the gym, because, and if they come with tatty gloves as well, where that's not allowed either. I'd rather give them a pair of good gloves of ours to use while they're in the gym, so they know their hands are safe and the other boxer's not going to get marked up and battered as well. So there you have it. Please like, subscribe, pass us on, do all the usual thing. Thumbs up if you like this one. Still trying to grow everything. We need some music in the background, I think, next without getting done. So get as many people to follow us as you can. We need more and more. Hopefully next week I'll be able to bring you some more new stock that comes in. I'll not waffle on about old stock that you've all seen before, but it was just a little bit of an explanation of what we use in the gym and what for, and a little film of the lads having a crack at body sparring and shadow. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this one. I shall see you next week, and send us what you think of it in the comments, and we'll speak on the comments part. Good luck and see you next week.